I'm here at the St Helens foreshore, and I have decided to do a review and reflection video. I've now completed 14 theme episodes, 15 YouTube videos, including my initial what I had in mind for the channel video. I've been averaging roughly one video a day. The material I'm talking about is material I've spent a long time thinking about and reviewing. It was only about a year ago that the entire systems perspective on reality itself really crystallized for me. And I do make extensive use of the latest artificial intelligence models in exploring a lot of the concepts that I have distilled into each episode. And I have a general plan in terms of how I want to present the material, but every episode is essentially presented as you see it in one take, usually soon after I get up in the morning. I do think from day to day what I will talk about, there is little to no preparation. It's simply speaking off the cuff. I do rewatch the episodes after I filmed them, and my plan is to over time improve in both my presentation and professionalism, which is still aligned with the original goal. I have plenty of self-critiques for each episode, and I'm certain if I prepared more diligently and if I took several takes and edited, I could improve the episode, but that was never my aim. My aim is to get the concepts across, and in a way, the single take on location style echoes the sort of crude artisan craftsmanship that came into favour when industrialisation made every item perfect and reproducible. The rough weave fibre of homespun cloth and home knitted jumpers, hand thrown pottery and hand carved wood. Yes, we have a certain degree of professionalism that we expect in the product, and I hope that I bring that with the amount of thinking about this particular topic. But the overall purpose is simply to present myself as an intellectual artisan, a novo philosopher. And I think that the episodes I'm generating are on that purpose. In terms of where I can take this series, I'm unpacking and have a rough direction in mind, but each episode is simply what comes to mind based on the episodes that I've created to date. The full history of how I have explored systems philosophy personally, and I have quite an extensive repository of conversations with various AIs that I hope to, perhaps in the near future, spin up an agent to help me analyse and organise. For the moment, it's really just off the cuff. I apologise for some of the inaccuracies that I incorporate in the episodes. For instance, in today's episode, I think I was a bit off in my estimation on how many eggs a sea turtle lays. I forgot to note that they bury the eggs to protect them. They don't guard them, but the burial itself is a sort of behavioural adaptation. And as I watch each episode, I can see many little faux pas that I would have re-edited or improved. As I learn, I hope to become more precise, but these are just the imperfections that go with my style. Intuitively, I feel that maybe I spent a little bit long on the basics. I was thrilled to begin getting subscribers and getting my first comment, so thank you to those who did that. Initially, I have no expectations in what size my audience will grow to. I'm retired and have enough funds to suit my lifestyle. Perhaps this might one day become a money-making enterprise, but that's not how I picture it. I want to share my insights with like-minded thinkers and perhaps eventually meet some interesting people that I can visit. Using different natural backgrounds suits me with my current lifestyle. It also suits who I am. And today is the first time where I've really included built infrastructure and not just natural infrastructure. I try to vary the background even as I try to keep the sites that I feel inconvenient for myself. The whole underlying theme is I want this to fit in with my lifestyle. I don't wish to make it a big deal. And dedicating about an hour a day to producing an episode is easily doable and enough. That's one reason. I've also chosen not to try to go too polished. I'm certain with AI tools I could even auto-generate episodes if I wanted to from my knowledge base, but that's not the point. In terms of my background, I've spent most of my professional career in information systems. I've worked in many aspects of them, from building my own computers to working on help desks, repairing computers, working with software. I can computer program and have done so professionally. I have professionally built databases. I've designed computer architecture, and I've built large business intelligence applications. I think that background has given me an excellent grounding in order to come up with some of the perspectives in systems philosophy. Nobody really invents everything from scratch by themselves. Some of my perspectives, I believe, are quite unique. In the AI conversations, there are often fields of research that have been formalized through papers and well-known individuals that are adjacent to the concepts that I myself have explored without being aware of those people. I have had a lifelong interest in science. My first qualification was as a metallurgist. That included chemistry, physics, mathematics, and practical applications in terms of plant design, electronic circuit design, and was a good foundation for when I changed careers into computing. I think that's enough for this review episode. I thought it timely. It hasn't been that long in terms of physical time, something like a couple of weeks until I reached this point from first publishing my first video. But I have been thinking about actually starting my own YouTube channel for around a decade. So it's been quite quick once I've actually made the move. I've spent a long time contemplating, which is the history I bring to the content.